Sports now.
Howdy, everybody, and welcome out to another beautiful Monday night here. First time for some UGC Platinum action between mTs and BOTE. We're out here with EVL and eXtv combined together to make you the best cast possible. I'm joined out here by Grizz. How you doing tonight?
As always, doing quite well. Excited for the partnership as well as what should be a really exciting game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. This is kind of two of the best teams coming up together. BOTE, one of the teams who have kind of surprisingly made themselves a well-known team this year. I mean, they've been around for a while, but they definitely made a statement in Week 1 when they defeated K&D on Upward, and now they're here to come against mTs, another long-standing team. What do you think are the key matchups when it comes to players tonight?
Well, of course, I'm really excited to see kind of Akuma versus Geosis on the Spy versus Pyro battle. Geosis, kind of proving over and over again that he's this tried and true Pyro who specializes in protecting his combo, and Akuma, just one of the most dynamic spies in the game right now. So that's always something that should be good to watch, kind of seeing if Geosis can limit that impact. And also, I'm super excited to see Yosh versus Chingu on Viaduct.
Yeah, absolutely. Yosh went crazy the game against K&D on Upward that helped secure them the win. He was definitely a big reason for that. Chingu against Max kept up, basically frag for frag. Did it incredibly well on Gullywash, helping his team secure a 5-0 win against them. And so coming into here, yeah, I mean, and this is Viaduct. I mean, this is the sniper map. I mean, they've done things to try to make it less sniper-friendly, but it's still a sniper map really every map is a sniper map when it comes to Highlander. Like, you can't get around it. But, MTS has an interesting history on this map because it's always kind of a map they're just, like, they're good at, but they can struggle at times with. It's always the third map in every UGC finals. This is the third map, the deciding map, and they have almost always lost it. I think they've won on it 1 year, which is the summer season. I believe they won. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe I have my UGC history right.
Yeah.
And so it's just one of these maps that just, like, I don't know, it's like they just can never seem to get it quite right. They're not bad on it, but they always seem to struggle. I don't know, what do you think that is? Why do you think mTs tends to struggle on this map, Grizz?
Well, I think that it has to do with that Harblue and maybe Giraffe partly are kind of stuck in a way they want to play this map, and I don't necessarily think it's the most effective 100%. I think that how teams like BOTE and K&D are going about it, where they're a little more fluid, a little more ready to adjust, is something that is very helpful for a COF map. And I think that being too rigid and wanting to do something that isn't working can definitely hurt how your team is going to perform come match time. I'm also getting word that the match is about to start, so you want to start going over rosters?
Yeah, how about I will go over mTs's side. On mTs, we have Enigma on Scout, Milo on Soldier, Katsi on Pyro, Giraffe on Demo, Lunacide on Heavy, Spamfest, the one and beautiful on Engineer, Harblue, of course, lovely Medic, Chingu on Sniper, as we were just talking about, and Akuma as well, we were just talking about on Spy. Do you want to take BOTE?
Will do. We got Jufro playing Scout, Bobby on Soldier, Geosis on Pyro, Muma, aka the Mumanji, on Demo Man, Brick coming in on Heavy, Link User on Engineer, Just in Time on Medic, Yosh on Sniper, and Faint playing Spy tonight. So, pretty exciting matchup, and it does look like they're starting soon. Oh, I just got a message that they're starting to ready up, so we should be live in a few minutes, seconds. I don't know how the delay was.
Yeah, I mean, you'll usually hear the little kind of ready up happen as it does as we are getting started up here, or pretty short to starting up here. I mean, honestly, I'm just excited about this. Viaduct is one of those maps. It's quick-paced. It's exciting. Teams push quickly. And especially when you have two great teams, you're not going to usually see just a one-sided battle. We should see a really back-and-forth match. I don't think it'll come down to a clean split. Like, sometimes it can be really back and forth and still be a 4-0 roll. But I don't know. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it'll come down to maybe a 4-2 split, a 4-1 split. I don't know. What are your final predictions? What do you think? Who do you think is going to win tonight?
Well, I think that mTs is going to figure something out here, and I also was really happy with how Chingu played against Max last week. I think that was a pretty good sign. I think if they can control Yosh, then I think they might be able to take the win. And I think they're going to need to watch out for Muma because he's very good on this map. And without further ado, I think we are starting in the next 10 seconds. So, Sigafoo, what's your prediction?
I'm going to go with BOTE here. 4-1 or 4-2, somewhere around there, as we're going to get the Demo Man out to the mid right away here, as it looks like they're basically about the same time, throwing some stickies at each other, nothing really connecting early on, as both teams are pushing up to the point. Harblu pushing up on the blue side, coming over here, Soldier trying to jump across, but he gets taken out pretty early.
Yeah, nice work by Feint, taking down Shingu, removing that early sniper pressure. Hopefully that opens it up for Yosh, but Yosh also goes down to Akuma. Great work there. And the flank is actually getting cleaned up a little as Bobby goes down to some pressure.
Yeah, we're seeing some aggression here out of MTS, finally trying to put some damage across the point. The Pyro coming up and air blasting them back. Now Scout Enigma doing a little bit of damage, deciding to back it up. Now we have the Engineer on the point, just kind of sneak capping it here as Brick goes down to a nice snipe. And actually the Soldier comes in over the top onto the cliff, tries to get something, but doesn't really get anything for it. But Muma does go down to a nice snipe there, as Justin and Harblu are both sitting at 100% Uber.
Yeah, and there it is. That's what I was talking about. Shingu doing a great job of taking down Yosh and Brick here, putting that pressure onto BOTE and keeping them kind of tucked away, not really letting them get the pressure onto Harblu. Great protection by MTS right now.
Yeah, Harblu holding on the point side. It'll be kind of interesting to see how BOTE handles the situation on red. If they're going to kind of try to go for a force and then back off. Harblu does back up onto the cliff side, so just holding a really safe position. This is a really spot that MTS loves to favor. It's kind of difficult to force here, as, Muma goes down as he's getting up to the point, and I don't know where BOTE is right now. I mean, it's basically Muma by himself with the Scout, as I don't know where their team is right now.
Yeah, right now just time ticking away. MTS in a very protected position, really not feeling the pressure, and their flank kind of just doing what they want. Bobby, you know, forced down to low health, having to go back. Just some great pressure by the flank here to keep them kind of tucked away in that corner.
Yeah, finally Brick running onto the point with the Fist of Steel. He's going to go down, but it is forcing some damage to come out onto the point. Engineer actually comes out there. Spamfest gets punched. Uber does come out, and it does get popped onto the point. Uber's much, much better for BOTE here as they're trying to chase there. Harblu flown up in the air, actually perfectly surfs it out into the main area. Demo Man running back behind the point, and both mechs are going to keep alive here as Red does come down with the point, but they're already a minute 30 off the point in the favor of MTS.
Yeah, some really impressive play from Brick there, kind of just getting on that point, forcing them out and taking down Spamfest. That kind of forced the Uber out to prevent that cap, and was one of the best ways they could get MTS out of that corner. Very nice play by the combo there. And Yosh finally takes down Shingu. That's a very nice pick. Gonna open it up a little bit for him and hopefully put some pressure. And he does take down Giraffe as well. Those are two big picks for BOTE here. Definitely gonna allow them to hold on to this point for a little bit longer. Yeah,
Harblu already backing off onto that cliff side, as they are kind of trying to regroup here. Remember, when you do control the point, your respawns are longer, so when you don't control the point, your respawns are quicker. So already we got MTS with the respawns up here with the suicides that they did have. Oh, and Failure does take down Akuma there, but Shingu does take down the Scout. So here we go, MTS starting to get aggressive onto that point, 100% about to click away. BOTE is holding right behind the point as well, as Muma is trying to put some spam down onto the combo. It's kind of a little bit of game of chicken of who's going to pop first, but Harblu is holding very close, and here does come the Uber out from MTS. Counter does come out from BOTE as well. And actually the Pyro is air blasting Muma. He's going to get caught onto the point, does go down. Spamfest actually is the one who ends up getting that kill, and the point's going to go in favor of MTS, and so many kills is just going to be able to kept out alive as Enigma is behind the point onto the Scout. Just does not quite get it, but Enigma in a good position right there to take down Justin.
But a huge sticky comes over the top from Giraffe. Great work to pressure and finally get the frag onto Justin. He is going to go down, and Yosh is going down as well. Frags all going in MTS's favor right now. It does look like they're going to try to get some pressure onto Harblu, maybe get a pick here. A lot of aggression as Bobby's coming over top, but he does get taken down by Giraffe there as he goes onto Cliffside.
Yeah, BOTE had some difficulties pushing onto the point last time. Now they're going to have it even harder without having any Uber or any advantage here, as Harblu's holding onto the point. The Scout is on the point, getting some capture time, as some spam's actually coming down nicely into Harblu. Not too much damage onto him, but is forcing him behind the point. As just kind of some back and forth here, as Harblu's going to elect to back up here, trying to make sure to hold on to that Uber. A nice push there by BOTE, retaking that point.
Yeah, really nice dry push by BOTE. Shingu, just as we say that, does take down Brick, definitely weakening that BOTE combo, but Yosh retaliates with the counter pick on him as the Uber is coming out from Harblu here. They're trying to get some pressure on Justin, who is safely in main, forcing MTS to kind of overextend a little, which is going to take Milo or Sheep. I don't quite know who's playing Soldier for them, but he is going to go down. Akumo, though, with a nice headshot onto Bobby on Cliffside.
Yeah, now it's on to BOTE. 30 seconds left on the clock for mTs. They are in a good position. Just in time does have that Uber here. Comes out. Actually, Kuma gets a nice pick onto Brick, so no heavy in this push. Scout chasing down, trying to find Harblu, going all the way back to spawn. Can he get? No, Enigma saves his medic, who's all the way back at spawn. But this should mean the point in the favor of BOTE here. As actually, looks like Giraffe's already trying to contest the soldier. Oh, so high up. Trying to get some spam down the point. And where is BOTE? You need to get that capture on. 5 seconds left on the clock here as mTs is recontesting.
Yeah, I thought they actually had the cap, but they did back off there, which could be a game ender for them. They need to get on this point. Lots of frags, though, going in their favor as bombs are very unsuccessful onto Justin, who is now sitting at about 65% Uber.
Yeah, that's what they needed. I mean, they need to keep Justin alive here. 1 minute and 10 seconds is a long time, especially when the other team knows what they have to do. They know that they have to push onto the point. We're seeing some aggression from this concrete side. Here comes a combo up through main. Here comes the Uber out, pushing across the point. Well, how long is it until Justin pops? He's holding on to as long as he can. Actually, he's at 97%. He doesn't have it yet. Scout's going to get caught in here. So many flags coming out in the favor of mTs, and there they go. They just push onto the point and capture that.
Yeah, really nice point presence from mTs, just kind of dominating throughout the game, as you know, just highlighting it even more when you see BOTE not taking it and kind of losing those extra 15 seconds that could have given them a chance to fight back. And here we are in the second mid-fight. Giraffe coming in quickly, trying to get that early damage onto Muma, but instead takes about 80 damage himself.
Actually, Soldier over the top, just onto the medic, tries to get one rocket onto Justin, does succeed in that. Justin down to 70 HP here, as he's going to play a little bit more passively during this mid-fight and actually loses his heavy for that. Akuma tries to come in and tries to do something, but he goes down for his troubles, and only 2 alive here.
Feint with a nice double stab onto mTs, Giraffe, and Katsy. Very nice play there, actually getting healed by the medic for a little bit of extra health, so nice work by Feint there, getting 2 good picks to open up the point for BOTE.
Yeah, the important thing to note here is that Harblu did not go down in that, so they did almost have a complete wipe here. But look at this aggression on mTs. I don't even know if they're going to pop their Uber, as they're just kind of getting very aggressive onto this point. Both mechs are going to be sitting at 100% here. Here comes the Uber out from mTs. Justin does counter pop as the Pyro comes pushing the medic away. Enigma in on the Uber, does decide to back off. Naturally, Harblu caught in with a nice reflex, but is he going to be able to surf that away? No, he is not. He gets taken down by Yosh with a nice snipe here, and now no medic on this Uber, or on this fight right after the Uber. Brick trying to get aggressive across the point, and he does help taking down Giraffe. Now it's a Scout and Pyro in on the point, as they actually might be able to capture this, as both playing pretty far back, but they actually did end up getting the frags and are going to hold on to this point.
Yeah, tons of pressure onto Justin there, but he manages to survive. Akuma just kind of lurking up top there, looking for a chance to get in. He is going to go in for it, but is quickly denied by Geosis. Great protection there, as he is taken down with a crit flare.
Oh, so, Bobby comes in behind the team, jumps onto Harblu, gets 2 nice rockets onto him. Really nice play by him. I don't even know if he knew Harblu was coming out of main, but he had this nice rocket, so again, that's going to reset the time for mTs after he push here. And again, look at how many players are losing. Enigma is on the point, but he's going to back off after taking so much spam. Chingu trying to get aggressive to try to get a pick on here, but Justin's going to hold on to this Uber and not have to pop it, as mTs is going to have to wait to get another push off. 1 minute 30 already off the clock.
Yeah, BOTE doing a great job of protecting against those suicides. Both Sheep and Giraffe kind of came into Justin, but could not pick up the kill there.
Drop stab!
Just as we say that, Akuma taking down just in time. That is a game changer, and it definitely is going to allow mTs to take this point back.
Yeah, they're already getting aggressive across the point. ×2 onto the point, and it does go down the river. Harblu is sitting at 85%. Bricks gets caught out here. Only a few alive here for the BOTE team. 1 minute 10 seconds left on the clock for them. So they did a pretty good job on that first initial hold here. But now Harblu does have that 100% Uber, so they should probably send in a suicide wave. Get those buffs up here. As looks like Muma's just trying to get some damage on the point. Nothing too exciting here. As you just want to get your buffs onto your team. Get them buffed up, send a suicide wave, try to get that force out of Harblu, and then re-push once that's over.
And a nice push pick to kind of get in on that, as Lunacide did go down to Yosh. Good snipe there, but Akuma takes out just in time as well.
Yeah, and Kritzkrieg actually comes off here, as Harblu actually switched that up. And it does get 1 frag with that, but it's actually not working out the greatest for mTs here, as the respawns are going to come in the favor of BOTE. Brick behind the point eating his sandwich, and it looks like they're going to try to re-push this right away with that teleporter up so quickly, those respawns so quickly as well. They're already getting aggressive across the point, but look at this heavy and pyro play on the left-hand side. Enigma does go down. Nice flare by Geosis as they're pushing across the point. down only to 4 alive here for MTS, as they're going to get across and get this point captured here, and now the pressure's going to be back onto MTS.
Yeah, really nice work with the counter push on BOTE's end. I think MTS got a little overzealous there after getting the pick on Justin and kind of just went for frags everywhere and didn't really focus fire on the important targets. Brick kind of survived throughout the entirety of the fight, and Yosh also just could take pot shots throughout the duration. So, you know, good job of protecting important targets by BOTE and just picking off those overextending MTS players.
Yeah, and MTS has shown that they like to push right away. They are seeing this crit streak, so we should be seeing it pretty quickly. They're already on Giraffe here. First crit sticky comes out, not able to connect with anything. Second crit sticky trying to be charged up, trying to find something, does not connect on that either, but it did push out the enemy team here. But actually Muma comes back in with this Uber, trying to push across the point, does take down Giraffe, now trying to take down Hardblue, running all the way back to spawn, trying to come out with his life. 67, 2 HP, does get taken down by Jufro. There are only 3 alive for MTS, as BOTE is going to retake this point here, and in a very good position to win this round.
Yeah, nice job kind of splitting the MTS offensive as the flank classes continued forward, but after that crit streak, the combo was pulled out, but Akuma takes down just in time again. He is just having a spectacular game and destroying the BOTE combo, definitely helping MTS stay in this game.
Yeah, exactly what they need. Actually, Feint is in on Giraffe, but not able to connect as he was caught out by the engineer, so here they come across the point, trying to do something. Soldier in over the top, gets a nice rocket, trying to push them back with the help of Muma as well. So making this as hard as they can. 4 seconds left on the clock for BOTE. They do need to capture this MTS. They're spamming everybody onto the point. Here comes a sniper as well. Anybody they can get on here. Pyro, Katzy trying to blow them off, goes down as well, and only 1 alive. That is the Spy, and Akuma's not going to be able to do this, but there is still some time on this point. We might need to see something as Akuma does die onto the point. Can MTS suicide wave onto this point? No, they will not, and this is going to be 1-1 coming out here.
Yeah, that was a great job of some adjustments there that BOTE made. They did need to protect Justin a little more, and I still think they're not quite at the point that they need to be. They need to try and, you know, mitigate the damage that Akuma's doing, maybe force him to some flank picks rather than just on Justin all the time. But here we are at another mid. Feint goes down. I think he is dead ringing actually behind them. Yosh takes down Spamfest. No minis. If they can take out the one that is currently up. Feint takes down Milo. But other than that, Frag's still stagnating right now as both teams are a little hesitant to step on the point.
Yeah, Enigma's playing a little bit more with the combo here. A nice snipe by Yosh actually onto that. Bobby comes in over the top, tries to take down Giraffe, does with the help of the Heavy, and so that's going to help open this up here, as you're not going to have that spam come down onto the point. Brick does pull his Fist of Steel with the help of Muma. They're going to take down this point again, so the first capture is going to come in the favor of Muma. I'm sorry, well, Muma, but BOTE here, as both mechs are going to come at this 100%.
Yeah, I think this is pretty much where BOTE likes to sit. They like this kind of even Uber fights. They've been doing a great job with the post-Uber exchanges, as well as the Uber v Uber fights, as Muma has just been doing so much damage, and here we're seeing it again, getting on that flank, forcing them out, and allowing BOTE to kind of get in with their flank to do some extra damage. Yosh taking down Lunacide. Great picks there coming in. Spamfest also going down as Chingu takes down Yosh, freeing himself up for some counterplays. Geosis pressuring those MTS players back off the point, as they are going to keep their cap for a little bit longer.
Yeah, and it just seems this game like Enigma can't get comfortable. He keeps kind of just poking and prodding. He's trying to play a little bit of a passive scout, and it just doesn't quite seem to be working out for him. He is an absolute wonderful scout, but I don't think he can quite get in his vibe this game, as MTS finally getting a nice successful push across the point here. And it looks like they're going to have to back out. BOTE is, as they're falling back, giving up this point. Just in time's going to run away with that 60% Uber charge, as Harblue's now rebuilding onto the point, and Giraffe might get picked here. Yes, he does. Feint with a nice stab onto him. So that might prompt BOTE to push right back.
Yeah, I think they might wait for this Uber, but depending on, you know, where their players are, they're in a pretty good position to drive push here without Giraffe to create that extra damage. And it does look like Bobby is in on that flank, just firing rockets, forcing the Uber early. Nice job getting Harblu to pop and allowing them to kind of push back onto this point for free.
Yeah, Giraffe is a big piece in keeping that forward presence of damage. You know, having that spam come down over the top really stops you from being able to take forward ground. But when Giraffe goes down, it really kind of gives you that. But actually, Soldier over the top actually popped Justin up in the air, down to 80 HP. Now some stickies come behind, and that's going to end up forcing them, as Muma's going to jump across onto the cliffside here, as they're going to hope to try to pick Harblu or somebody, but actually not going to get anybody. And so that was a really nice force there by Milo, taking just in time to get that force off. Now MTS is going to repush.
Yeah, and they also caught Muma out, who was stuck very deep after he tried to get the frag on Harblu. So a great exchange for MTS, as Milo definitely did a great work forcing that Uber before it could be used offensively.
Yeah, so MTS is going to come back down with the point. Now, they are at a little bit behind BOTE when it comes in terms of time. And Viaduct, you know, that's what it's all about here, as we're kind of just slowly kind of figuring out. Now, Harblu is standing at that 100%. They're holding at a little bit different angle now, directly behind the point. We've seen Harblu kind of like to hold behind the point. Actually, interesting spot for Justin to be there. He's actually on the bridge right now.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever really seen this, and it's also, you know, pretty dangerous, as Chingu is just looking at him right now, trying to get a shot off, but so far just kind of stalemating it out as time rolls on.
Yeah, finally MTS is going to take the advantage in terms of time here as it ticks away. Justin probably just waiting for that 100% Uber, trying to get work Yosh into frag, trying to get something. Just as I say, it takes down Chingu. No sniper here for MTS on blue. That's going to probably prompt a push out of BOTE here as they're just getting aggressive across the point. Here comes the Uber out from, yes, it does finally come out. Now, as how long is until Harblu pops? Does finally pop. Actually goes down to 30 HP here, so it's going to be careful for Harblu to make sure he keeps alive after this Uber.
Yeah, and the point's still in MTS's favor. Uber popped there, but not quite getting anything. Harblu does go down there to Bobby. Great rockets catching him out there, which is going to prompt Milo to come in with a huge bomb onto Justin.
Absolutely huge bomb way from the top of the skybox down onto the medic, and that's might solidify this round for MTS here, as it was not looking good for them at all when they lost Harblu. But what a bomb out of Milo there, and wow, that's going to even this out, and the point is going to be kept for MTS.
Yeah, what a play from Milo. I mean, you said it. That's a game changer right there. BOTE looking anxious right now, trying to push back in, getting jostled around by that loose cannon, but Yosh does take down Chingu, hopefully opening up some picks for himself. They are forcing to that concrete side, which is not usually a great place for your combo to be. Yosh takes down Katzy, though, might free it up for Feint, but right now, looking like the combo and Enigma just sitting comfortably on that concrete side, caution side.
Yeah, this is when you need your pick classes to make a play. And just as I say that Yosh takes down the heavy, he's probably going to go... Oh, takes down Harblu as well! That's going to prompt a push out of here. And there we go, BOTE already across the point. Time runs out for MTS, so this is do or die for BOTE now, as Harblu is down. Justin sitting at 80%, a minute 20 left on the clock, and everything else on the line. Hopefully they can hold on to this. No bombs from Milo or anything currently, as Akuma is looking to make a play, but he's going to get caught out by the Pyro.
Yeah, great work from Yosh there. 3 quick picks onto 2 combo classes and Chingu, so pretty much the best you can hope for. That Milo going in for another big bomb, but Justin safe on the cliffside as Muma is just... Oh, just as I say that, Chingu gets the pick onto Muma. That's a great pick for MTS to try and move in on without the demo to supply that damage. They are going to have to force that Uber, and they do, as Geosis comes out looking for frags, but they are just going to kite it away as Feint gets caught out.
Yeah, I actually do like this force off here. Oh, they lost the Pyro, though. That's not what they need. I mean, they were down their big spam classes. Milo coming in over the top, trying to get some rockets, not landing really anything here, as MTS pushing across the point ×5, and that distraction play out of Milo is just enough. As everybody's trying to save the medic, MTS is just stacking everybody on the point. And second round goes to MTS, 2-1 in the favor of MTS.
Yeah, I mean, I really thought BOTE was going to have that. They looked like they had the classes they needed to kind of defend that point, but Milo coming in with a nice play, kind of throwing him off balance, just long enough for MTS to stack that point and quickly take it back. And here we're back with another mid-fight. Spamfest going down early, as well as Milo, so a lot of that pressure off early. Enigma as well, the flank pretty much crippled, as MTS is just losing tons of players, but Akuma does pick up just in time. That's a saving grace for MTS, as Harblu is getting out with that 50%. But other than that, almost a complete wipe, as MTS just falls apart on that mid-fight.
Yeah, that's actually 3 rounds in a row that MTS has lost at opening fight, but last round they won the round, so, you know, opening fight doesn't necessarily dictate everything, but does, like, give a good sign here, as MTS, oh, Yosh with a nice snipe on Giraffe, as MTS was trying to get aggressive, Harblu getting close to that 100%, and he likes to push right away as soon as he gets it. Some aggression here on the concrete side, as Muma's coming back with a loose cannon. And here comes the Uber out onto Enigma, trying to find something, does end up finding Bobby, now trying to find just in time, but he's already out of the fight, as they're going to take this point, but we're going to probably see a repush up pretty quickly here, back onto the point with Muma. Yeah, he's getting some stickies down, Milo over the top. Is he going to be able to find it? No, he is not, as he goes down, but the point does go in the favor of MTS in about even frags.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised they let that point get captured. I thought they would have prioritized it more, but I mean, good frags coming in, so it doesn't look like it's going to hurt him in the long run. Feint actually got 2 great picks in that last exchange onto both Hardblue and Giraffe, so you know, doing a lot of work as I say that, he takes down Spamfest with a nice Ambassador headshot.
Yeah, Muma actually switched off to the Quickie Bomb launcher, so he's no longer using stickies. He's using the Quickie Bomb launcher, yeah.
And Yosh, speaking of a little unorthodox weapons, Yosh going down to a double donk. And
Akuma takes down. Yeah, taking down
just in time. What a play again.
Yeah, Akuma playing absolutely insane here. I think a lot of Akuma's plays are coming off that cliff. I mean, he just kind of is doing that drop down play right when the medic's now looking. I mean, I think that's his 3rd, 4th medic pick here, as MTS is going to do their first forward hold of the game.
Yeah, and this is a hold that, you know, has come and gone throughout the meta over the last few weeks. Hardblue going very low, down to 30 health, as he finally does pop. Do some pressure from both Bobby and Muma.
Oh, and Hardblue does go down a little bit, overextend there, trying to get away, and oh, so many frags coming out in the favor of BOTE here, as the Engineer is actually the furthest one forward, and he goes down to Milo. Where is BOTE? You need to get aggressive here. You need to get some time onto the point. And actually, Engineer onto Justin. Tries to land it, but he goes down. Oh, I always love to see an aggressive Engineer. And now only Catsy alive here. And bam, that is a wipe for BOTE as they're going to retake this point. And you know what? As bad as it was kind of looking for them, they are actually sitting in a really good spot with Justin at 80%.
Yeah, I mean, that forward hold just kind of crumbled. Didn't look like players knew where to be. A little bit of miscommunication maybe, but, you know, that flank just getting overwhelmed on the right side, and the Hardblue getting caught out and using that Uber in just an uncomfortable situation. Definitely hoped BOTE just crack right through that forward hold.
Yeah, and absolutely, we see the Uber actually come out here, but nothing. Actually, they do end up taking down Hardblue there. Muma does, and this is a nice push by BOTE here, as they're going to only 4 alive for MTS, as they're going to hold on to this point. A minute left onto the clock. And Yosh gets a nice pick onto Chingu, so that's the sniper advantage, and then onto Spamfest. So here we go, Giraffe trying to re-push onto the point, switching actually off to the loose cannon as well. Might be taking something from Muma, as MTS is probably going to try to re-push this again. Oh, Yosh going ham, taking down Giraffe, and then Feint takes down Hardblue.
Yeah, the assassin classes for BOTE coming in huge there, getting 2 great picks onto the combo, and just completely dismantling this push from MTS. And allowing themselves to keep control of this point, at least for another respawn cycle. Chingu
finally gets the advantage in the sniper fight, takes down Yosh. That's going to open it up for him to try to get something else here, as MTS is pushing out to the point.
MTS, they have to know what the Uber advantage is for BOTE, and they probably just want to get a quick capture here to, you know, alleviate some pressure. Oh, Milo coming into Justin, who gets taken down by a sniper. Oh my gosh, Chingu, just as he was popped into the air, takes down just in time before he can get the Uber, and that's going to actually leave Hardblue with about a 75% advantage.
Wow, there were so many frags that just happened there. Sniper skill, sniper kill, spy kill. I mean, just so many back and forth here, and only 4 alive now, 5 alive for MTS, as they do get some respawns, but Hardblue is going to be sitting at that 100% Uber. Now it's going to be on to BOTE to re-push this. 13 seconds left on the clock for BOTE, so basically 1 capture, and they're going to be able to do it here, as they are just getting those respawns in. Teleporter is up to help them get those forward spawns. Actually, here comes the suicide wave in. Muma coming in over the top, trying to get something onto Hardblue, gets some damage onto him. Is it going to be enough? Does get the force. Bobby over the top as well, so Hardblue down to 60 HP, does get the force off, and now BOTE's going to have that chance to re-push, as we got a pause there, or maybe a leg spike.
Yeah, I think it was just a lag spike. Justin sitting with Geosis, just kind of building up that Uber. They have to be careful, because a death here from Justin could mean the round swings in favor of MTS. But right now, everybody up for MTS, sitting in this normal hold. Milo on that left side with his flank, looking to make a play maybe, but right now just kind of waiting for the bombs of BOTE to come in.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to wait for the Uber. No need to like dry push this. Just keep everybody alive. Try to get some frags. Kuma does go down, so you don't have to worry about that. Chingu does take down Yosh. No sniper here. Milo comes over the top. Might have helped get that force off. Here comes Muma across the point, trying to get some damage with their scout, but not able to finally do get one frag at least, but MTS all the way backed out. Now here comes the re-push out of this main side. Spy trying to help that. Catsy comes in, takes down Feint. Get a link user. Does go down, so no engineer here, as they are pushing across the point with Hardblue, and now Brick is onto the point, but the countdown is in the favor of MTS. Now here comes BOTE, the big Final play comes out over the top. Soldier does help get the frag, and BOTE does capture this point, and 12 seconds left on the clock. But are they going to be able to hold on to it? I don't know.
And Lunaside here on the point, the big heavy man trying to stay on the players' lives, just exceptionally important right now as Fane is trying to get onto somebody. Does not get the stab onto Spamfest as players just bombing in here from MTS, trying to get this point back. Oh, Jufro was the last chance, and MTS does take the round in a crazy double overtime.
Wow, that was, I mean, really, it just felt that like that round, like each team was playing it so perfectly. Like MTS backed off during their Uber push to keep themselves alive. They kited that Uber beautifully. They went out through main, kept all of their players alive, then they re-pushed back out together, retook that point. That then BOTE did the exact same thing where they kited that Uber. They popped, they left, they let MTS retake that point and then push back out. Really nice play by both teams, but I thought BOTE had a chance there, but they just had lost too many demon fights at the end, and taking this 3-1 in the favor of MTS.
So I am going to go ahead and look at the logs because I'm looking at the scoreboard, and I know I personally didn't say a lot about Yosh, but wow, 94 points. Let's take a look at the stats and see how he did. 42 and 19, nearly 500 damage per minute. You know, top damaging and top fragging in the server. So, I mean, I didn't really personally take a lot of note, but geez, was he doing some work.
Yeah, I wonder actually, who did he get his frags on here? Looks like he got a lot of them
onto the combo.
Yeah, actually on the combo classes, Pyro, Demo, Heavy all picked at least 6 times, 3 on the Medic, and then also Chingu and Yosh trading 9 for 9 picks on each other here. So, but definitely it seems like he's focusing the combo classes, which would seem like the correct place to make, but I'm surprised that that hasn't helped out BOTE more.
Yeah, I mean, looking at these stats, it seems to me like BOTE should have won. You know, looking at the picks that came in, you know, what players are dying, you know, Harblue dying one more time than Justin, not a really big deal. I guess it might have just been the times of those deaths. Justin, in that last round, dying at around 85 to 90% Uber, you know, by a great shot from Chingu. But, I mean, looking at this, it looks like BOTE's playing well. They just kind of need to coordinate and get the better of this tug of war that is Kothvida.
Yeah, and I kind of spoke earlier that I didn't think Enigma was kind of finding his groove, but clearly I was wrong as he's third fragging, but Jufro is keeping up with him, so really good job by Jufro as Enigma sitting at 27 frags, and pretty much every class is on par with their counterpart. I mean, they're only a few frags away from each other, pretty much everybody is. Geosis a little bit more than Katsuni, but not by much. Feint is doing, I mean, Akuma is getting the key picks, but Feint is getting more. Where are the deaths coming for the medics? Let me pull that up on the stats.
Something to make note of. Oh, also, I believe the game is starting up again, so we are going to have to take a break from stats to see this next mid-fight. Both demos rolling out quickly. Giraffe actually forced back, losing kind of that positional advantage as Yosh takes down Spamfest for what seems like the 4th mid in a row.
I know as an engineer there's nothing worse than getting picked early in a fight. You want to keep those minis up, keep your team supported here. As Brick does find Akuma trying to get behind the scenes. Akuma had 5 picks on the medic last game, so hopefully this half he will not do as well, or at least that's what Justin is hoping here, as both medics are coming close to an Uber.
Yeah, Feint trying to get a play onto Harblue from Cliffside, but couldn't quite do it. Yosh takes down Chingu and Giraffe with 2 quick shots, and Spamfest to make another frag. Yosh going off on this mid-fight.
Yeah, and that's going to, again, get another mid-fight in the favor of BOTE. That's the 4th one in a row, but they've lost the last 2, so we'll see if it changes up for them here as they are sitting at 3, or down 1-3. If BOTE can change around their luck, as both mechs are sitting at 100% Uber, but we know Harblue likes to push it aggressively, and he's not going to waste any time popping it early. Justin does counter pop onto the point. Giraffe's trying to do something, but decides to just jump away here. MTS decided, I guess they just wanted to get the equal pop and then back out, but they lost a lot of flank classes in that exchange, but that's not going to stop them from re-pushing it. Muma goes down, as well as Jufro.
Akuma with 3 quick frags there, but Yosh taking down Giraffe to even it up. Both demos down right now, but Lunaside takes down Bobby and is going to dead ring Feint as Yosh quickly retaliates and picks him on the point.
Yeah, here, Yosh, I mean, just with a great starting point on his 7K. I mean, what's that, in the first 60 seconds? He's already on his 7K? I mean, Yosh going crazy. Where did this kid come from? But I don't know. But he's going absolutely crazy this year.
And there he is, getting an 8th one onto Katsi. This pocket sniper meta that we're seeing develop, Yosh taking complete advantage of it as he's just constantly sitting with 185 and protected by his team, taking down Shinko again for that 9th frag. He is just obliterating MTS right now.
Yeah, and MTS are trying to find something to get in here. Harblue's about to get that 100%. They are at a slight advantage, and yeah, Harblu doesn't even waste any time. I don't know if this team was ready for it. As they pop Uber and cross the point, Uber does come out from just in time. As Muma's getting a little bit aggressive here, he needs to be careful not to get caught out, as they are going to back out MTS, so they just wanted to trade that Uber, and I'm guessing you're going to dry push right after.
Yeah, MTS getting the Uber force on Justin, so, you know, not a bad exchange there, but Yosh still up, looking for frags as he takes down Spamfest again for, I think, the 3rd frag on him in this life. So, good work, just applying pressure to that flank. Brick is going to get caught out as well as Yosh, so a lot of BOTE down right now, but they got a lot of time there, sitting at almost 2 minutes off the clock off that initial hold.
And MTS's strategy there is very sound. Oh, actually, here, just before I say that, looks like BOTE was trying to get a suicide wave in there, trying to get something onto Harblu, who actually went down to 100 HP, and a lot of frags coming out in the favor.
But Gios is getting the double frag onto the combo. That pyro play. Lunacide goes down as well as Giraffe. They just couldn't manage to get the kill on him. Looks like they were just a little out of sync and weren't ready for what was going on. I don't know if Justin knows that Harblu is sitting on that 100% advantage, and he is only at about 75, trying to build it here.
But the Uber does get popped off on Harblu. It was a moderate force as Feint was putting some pressure on him with his revolver. But Justin's going to have this 100% Uber as they can repush pretty quickly here. As long as they don't lose too many on the flank, the Pyro does go down, so no Geosis with them. As it looks like the Uber does come off, but it's just Muma in the Scout right now. Muma does jump over the top, gets disconnected from his medic. Is he going to be able to keep alive here? Oh, just barely gets caught as he is going to be run back to get some health here. And now the Scout Jufro in on the side onto Giraffe. As the soldier's jumping in over the top, tries to get something onto Giraffe and does connect there, so no Giraffe, no Delaman for this defense on red, as Brick's on the point with the Fist of Steel, but the mini-sentry is doing work with the help of the melee from the sniper.
Yeah, and
but
again...
Feint gets a pick onto Harblu!
Oh, and that is kind of the pick that BOTE was waiting for. The time was approaching even, but huge frag coming in there on Harblu, which is going to allow them to go! Just as I say that, Milo coming in, but not quite able to get just in time, sitting with that 20 health as he goes and picks up the health pack.
I'm just thinking, like, where's Akuma in that? You need to get 20 HP,
that's
spy
the
random.
20? Where's the 20 damage Ambassador headshot shot coming in?
There it is, across the point. Finally, he does show himself here as Justin's sitting at this 100% Uber, so we're probably going to see some aggression. MTS does like to get very aggressive here. Actually, the pop comes off of Justin. I don't think it was forced in any way. He did get hit for 20 damage, but I'm not sure if I like this pop or not. I mean, you do get some frags, but again, you're controlling the point, so the respawns are going to come pretty quickly. 30 seconds left on the clock for BOTE here, as Bobby just kind of peeking, trying to see if he can get something. Harblu is sitting at 60%. He should have one more Uber before this 20 seconds is up, as we should see a repush coming from MTS shortly.
Yeah, I think that they saw Katsi. Oh, Kritzkrieg is actually coming out here, but I think they saw Katsi go down, and Muma might have gotten a little bit aggressive and wanted to go for an aggressive play there without the Pyro to deny them, but it didn't look like it worked out too well. But they do have a minute to push this point. Similar situation to the last round. I think BOTE is hungry. The crits do come in. Justin just chilling behind the point. I gotta wonder if there's a crit sticky somewhere with his name on it.
I mean, yeah, that was a very odd pop by Harblu. They did pop crits as soon as they got it, basically, but nobody was nearby. But just in time, I think they opted just to pop the Uber, run back, and now here they come back in with Muma and the Scout onto the point. Katsi doing a good job of air blasting them back. Chimfu does go down, so no soldier or sniper here for MTS on the defensive side as they're trying to hold onto this point. They basically got to hold it or they're going to lose this round, as Giraffe's getting a lot of pressure forward here, getting some damage out. Katsi very low health, but BOTE does have the favor, but MTS now back, has a crit screen. Here the crits come out. First sticky comes out, takes down the combo classes. Now the stickies are going to come out. Nice reflex. Joseph is going to save just in time his medic, but I don't know if it's going to be enough here, as 24 seconds left on the clock. Respawn's coming pretty quickly here for the red side. BOTE's going to try to repush as Engineer getting very aggressive. Spamfest in the house. Is he going to be able to do something? does get taken out by the mini sentry gun, but BOTE is sitting here at 85%. I don't know if they have enough time.
They
10 seconds left on the
need
clock.
to get on the point right now. I mean, more than anything, they just can't diddly dawdle. There's 3 seconds left, and they are going to finally get that Uber off. I guess patience did pay off, looking to try and just get onto this medic and get some frags, but right now, looking like they're... Oh, the Giraffe is still up, still applying pressure. Harblu goes down. Uber and point control going to BOTE, as it does look like they're going to wrap this round up. Wow, I thought they were not going to get on the point there. Just some...
It was scary. I mean, I could see Justin just holding out as long as he could to try to get that Uber. And with the quick respawns, it worked in their favor. And I mean, as crazy it looked, really good job by BOTE here, as Muma does get the advantage here early on in this mid-fight, getting out first.
Yeah, Yosh does go down though to Chingu, so advantage mTs right now after the damage he did on the last mid-fight. Bobby looking to get something, but just caught out immediately by Enigma and Lunacide, unable to get that early damage that he was hoping for.
Oh, a nice backstab by Feint, taking down Harblu, who is standing on the point, so that's going to help out, as BOTE looked like they were going to lose this fight, but now they're re-pushing back on the point. The cap is going to go down in the favor of mTs, but BOTE should probably re-push this pretty quickly.
And there are just stickies everywhere on that left side. Giraffe making sure to leave them with a little bit of a parting gift, as Gios is trying to just deflect them. Yosh taking down Katsi as his team wrangles control of this point.
Yeah, Kuma tried to make a pick there on just in time, but wising up a little bit, try not to do that, as they do pop the Uber. It might have been because Chingu showed himself here, as they are chasing back Harblu all the way back to spawn, as he's going to be able to get out alive here with that 20%. So it's not crazy advantage. Smile comes in over the top, but he's going to get denied, as mTs is going to try to re-push this.
Yeah, Harblu's still sitting at about 50% advantage, so they are hoping for the dry push. But Milo, with another bomb in, just continuously going back and forth, trying to put that pressure onto Justin. Had been working earlier, but right now it looks like BOTE has wisened up and is protecting Justin a little bit better. Yosh taking down Chingu, and Akuma going down to Bobby on the flank.
Wow, really nice combo play there by the Demo and the Soldier. Soldier pushing up on the concrete side. Bobby putting out tons of damage. He was uncontested on the concrete side, getting that spam down from that just great angle, and then Muma coming over the top of the point, getting that spam down behind the rock, and just getting so many frags. As Harblu, who would have had that Uber advantage to push out, I mean, they're pushing it now, but it's not as good as it could be, as they're getting across the point. Is just in time going to be able to get out alive, sitting at 90%.
Yeah, it looks like they wanted to get on him early, but they just didn't have the pressure. Chingu looking, watching that angle for him just to peek, but he is not going to be able to get it, as they are going to be forced back as Justin pops his Uber on the point.
Yeah, so BOTE's going to retake this pretty easily with that nice play, taking down a lot of the mTs. They're going to get quick respawns here, as they did get that point captured, but they're going to try to hold a little bit aggressive here, or they're going to back up. It looks like they're going to back up, as Yosh is down, just getting respawns up, so no sniper, or sniper's going to be a little bit slow here, as it looks like mTs is going to try to get aggressive on this point.
Yeah, sitting at about even times here, both teams have a little bit of leeway with what they want to do. Both can kind of wait for that key pick, like Chingu taking down Muma, and no Demo for just in time, sitting at about 65% Uber. They have to be careful. They don't have that pressure that a Demo man would provide, so Justin playing a little bit more passively, as the Uber is popped by mTs trying to get in on Justin, but it looks like he might get out. He does get out with that 85% Uber and reunites with Muma.
Yeah, so just in about 7 seconds, his entire team's going to respawn. He's going to be sitting at 100% Uber, so they got to be a little bit slow here on this repush, or they might just do a dry push very quickly, as Muma's already getting onto this point here with the help of Brick is Heavy. As, Link User, the engineer, took down the medic with his shotgun. So really nice play there by our engineer. I didn't see the engineer play. How dare us, both of us engineers here.
I can't believe we weren't on the engineer cam, but as we say that, the push coming in from BOTE. Bobby getting out with 61 health after Jufro picking up 5 frags this life and pressuring them out with that Uber. So, I mean, I can't believe we missed that pick from Link User, but great work to my bud over on BOTE.
Yeah, now just in time, sitting at this 100% Uber mTs here. They are a little bit behind. I think they're going to wait a little bit before they get their next push off when it gets close like this, but Enigma just kind of peeking that point here as the Uber does come off from just in time with the Scout and Demo Man, as they like to do, trying to push across the point, but I don't think they're going to get anything for this, as Harblu is sitting behind the point, now transferring behind House, sitting at 100%, and now Muma is actually really, really overextended here. Wanted to get that play into Harblue, but that's basically going to give up this point for free, and Harblue doesn't even need to pop the Uber.
Yeah, a pretty risky play. I think they were banking on Harblue needing to use that Uber and then just kind of building and having that full advantage, but they didn't get the pop out of Harblue, and mTs sitting in a comfortable spot with him, just on that cliffside, well protected, and, you know, sitting on 100% Uber.
Now, BOTE does only have 20%, or I'm sorry, 28 seconds left on this clock, so all they need is one really capture to put a lot of pressure on mTs, but just in time, slowly eking it up, and we've seen BOTE, they like to build up that Uber before they make the push. They don't tend to like to do too many suicide waves here. The soldier Bobby is going to try to do something, trying to get denied horribly. Everybody focusing on him as he was the only one forward here, but just in time is going to get that 100% Uber.
And I think Harblue is with Uber charge right now, so both at 100%, hoping to get the advantage. Both popped at roughly the same time. Enigma just trying to get in, does take down Brick, and is then in turn taken down by Geosis. So this post-Uber fight looking like it's going in the way of mTs, but Yosh still alive until he gets picked by Akuma. So, you know, coming down to the wire here, as mTs still has a combo. Akuma looking to get a pick, does not actually get it as he retreats back onto his own side of the map.
Yeah, but Giraffe doing a lot of damage onto this point, kind of slowing it down. Actually, Jufro chasing down Harblue into this main area. Now he has 3 teammates backing him up, not able to connect on that final shot here as Harblue is down to 40 HP. And now the point does come back down in the favor of BOTE here, as both mechs are at about even Uber, but mTs, that doesn't matter for them. They like to foot on that gas pedal as they're trying to get aggressive across this point, as Muma's returning fire.
Yeah, both teams looking to just pick up these final few seconds. Oh, Brick goes down before he can get the pick, but Fade takes down Harblue. If BOTE can get back on that point in the next 15 seconds, this is looking very good for them. Great play by Fade to kind of even the odds in the favor of BOTE.
Yep, here comes out the Uber Engineer actually behind the enemy team, does take down Yosh. So that's going to be a little bit of a helpfulness for this final push here. As they do recapture this, there's going to be no time left on the clock. Akuma in on Muma. Are they going to recapture this? Yes, they do. 3 alive here. With the time ticking down, Milo does jump onto the point, finally does realize he can't bomb the medic. He doesn't need to get on the point, but oh my goodness. 3-3 here as we come into the final round.
This is really what it all comes down to. A great matchup today on Viaduct. It looks like BOTE is finding their groove a little more, just kind of keeping Yosh buffed and letting their assassin classes make the plays, as well as keeping that constant pressure on Harblue. We'll see if they can keep it up on this next mid-fight.
Yeah, it looks like the change of fate with Spies and Medics is going in the favor of Feint instead of Akuma. Feint with getting some nice pick the last couple rounds to help them out. As just as I said, he's going to try to make a plan. Giraffe, no, he's going to get caught out there. As so many are so low. Giraffe actually down, I'm sorry, Harblue down to 30 HP, going to run back onto that cliffside, giving BOTE this point here. As Muma is trying to do some damage to this Pyro, finally does go down. Only 3 alive here, or 4 alive for mTs. Now just 2, as Harblue is going to run back to spawn with 70%.
Yeah, and a dominant showing on the mid-fight from BOTE right there, showing up and ready to win right now. This is the best BOTE has looked all game.
Yeah, I mean, I think the last couple rounds have really given them some confidence. You know, and I know this, just like, when you win those close rounds, it gives you a huge morale boost, you know? It's just like, they had a couple close rounds they lost, and you know, it kind of hurts you. They went into halftime, they're coming back out, but mTs is coming out with this Uber. Now they come across the point, trying to find Justin. Justin has a much better Uber here. Is Harblue going to be able to get out alive as he's trying to run away with his life? Finally gets behind the house. Jufro is going to back up here, but they are going to recap this point. Or actually, they never did cap the point. As, who is this fight going to go in the favor of? It's kind of just back and forth here, but it looks like mTs is going to retake this point finally.
Yeah, I mean, the post-Uber fight was a little weak from BOTE there. They had a great advantage being able to hold that pop for, you know, a good 3 to 4 seconds, and did pick Enigma right as the fight started. So, you know, kind of protecting their classes from the cleanup that Enigma's been doing throughout the match. You know, just kind of disappointing to see that they couldn't follow up with the frags and pick, you know, an important combo class such as Giraffe or maybe Harblue.
We're seeing a change-up of mTs here. Instead of holding on cliffside, they're holding directly behind the rock, which is a little bit more of the traditional meta we're seeing out of Highlander right now, with actually 2 picks. Yosh taking down the sniper here, Snow Chingu for mTs here, so that's going to prompt a little bit of aggression out of BOTE, as they actually do. Harblue finally does get that pop off here, but BOTE is looking much, much better in this, or they should be, as they still have their sniper alive, and mTs a little bit disconnected as they're backing up.
Yeah, I think that, a good force coming out of there onto mTs, and Feint was in position. I think, it might have been a little bit of a miscommunication. Maybe he could have gotten the pick. But right now, BOTE just looking to retake this point, looking to kind of get the damage onto those combo classes. Pipe coming in onto Giraffe, but unable to finish him off as he sits with about 70 health.
Yeah, just in time, down to 7 HP, 10 HP, running for his life behind the house. Does finally do it, needs to get a sandwich from his heavy. Finally does get that. They're a little bit behind in Uber now, but Yosh with a nice pick onto Chingu again. So again, that sniper advantage going in the favor as mTs is going to back out here and give up the point to BOTE.
And Spamfest with that wrangled sentry just being a pain in the butt, pressuring out the point and doing tons of damage as the Uber is going to come in from mTs. A big play, kind of denying that point. Great work by Spamfest. Probably saving his team 20 to 30 seconds, if not the round.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really great play by mTs, baiting out that point. They backed up, let them get on point, and then re-push with Uber right away. Catsy with some nice air blasts here, holding very aggressively as the scout Jufro is trying to get across the point. Does get some cap time on this, but they got to be careful as they are. The sniper is sitting on the cliffside. Chingu in a really good spot here as Enigma takes down Bricks. No heavy here for the BOTE side. As I'm trying to see who the favor is coming out here, it looks like mTs is getting the better of this as they're already re-pushing onto this point.
Yeah, and BOTE needs to keep control of this for a little bit longer. They've had a lot of trouble.
To Muma in that exchange there.
Great.
I did not see that happen, but that's going to give BOTE a chance to re-push right away as he's still dead.
Yeah, I saw the sticky, but I didn't realize he was that low. Good pressure from his team, allowing him to kind of clean up on that damage. But BOTE needs to get on this point. They're letting mTs have a dangerous amount of time as they're getting under this minute mark.
Yeah, Enigma and Milo cleaning up damage onto the point, takes down just in time, as well as Muma. And oh my goodness, this is not looking good for BOTE here. There is a hole in the ship. Feint was on Hardblue there, but wasn't able to secure the kill. They do get the capture time, but this is pretty much going to go instantly right back for mTs unless a miracle happens.
Yeah, tons of frags coming in for mTs. Great work. They're kind of collapsing onto the point and following up on the damage that their flank did. And Hardblue doing a great job of just staying safe. He knows that he needs to stay up in order for his team to win. He can't afford any more drop. Enigma onto Muma, and he takes down Muma. Is he going to get just in time as well?
Oh, so much dancing, and no, he is not able to do that, but 15 seconds left onto the clock here. BOTE needs to do something. It is 3-3 right now. The game is on the line. Everything is on the line. With K&D, they had a great close win here. Finally, Brick doesn't get across the point. They're going to get some capture time, but Hardblue sitting 100% Uber, pushes across the point, and oh no! BOTE is sinking fast here as they're losing the frags, but is BOTE going to be able to push back here? The Uber does come out. Muma coming in over the top, gets him spammed down onto the combo classes. They're also low here on the blue side. mTs might be able to come away with this as Milo goes down as well as the heavy. No Giraffe as well. Only 2 alive here as BOTE is going to resurface here with 1:30 left of the clock and just in time, sitting with 100% Uber advantage. What a turnaround. That's exactly what they needed.
A clutch play by BOTE, just staying focused, getting a little bit of time on the point, kind of dancing around it. They knew it was going to tick down to overtime. They knew they needed to keep bodies up as their whole team is ready. Hardblue and co ready to push back onto this point with a minute remaining. BOTE needs to keep players up as they do have that spawn disadvantage.
And actually, they switched over to Kritzkrieg, which they just popped off, took down the heavy and some key classes here, but those respawns are going to come in very quickly for mTs here, as Hardblue is at about 60%, and you can expect that Uber push to come in about 15 seconds. Bobby searching behind the point, trying to find something, doesn't see anything, going to jump away back. As, yeah, I mean, we're just kind of sitting here, but mTs should be pushing back pretty quickly, as Hardblue is at 85%.
Yeah, BOTE just preparing. They know that they're not going to be able to get the pressure now that Bobby is down. They're just looking to try and get the picks out. They're pulling very far back for knowing that this point is in it's in overtime. They need to get back on the point. And I think that's going to be it. They just pulled too far back in fear of that Uber and, couldn't get back onto the point. Great win by mTs.
Yeah, I mean, that play that mTs did, that's I think the 3rd time they pulled that off that game. Where they have Milo come over the top, create a distraction, and then their entire team just floods onto the point. Milo actually did get a pick on just in time before that round ended, and what a game. What a game. 4-3 in the favor of mTs here. That was... I definitely did not see the game going that way, but clearly, I mean, you did. You thought it was going to be in the favor of mTs. A very close game. BOTE, I mean, they came back. I mean, that's the thing I'll say to BOTE's favor, is that they came back really well. I mean, in Highlander, it's really hard to come back when you're down 2 rounds, knowing that 1 round means that you lose. I mean, what are your takeaways from the game? Just your initial thoughts.
I think MTS has made a little bit of a change to the way they play Viaduct. They looked like they were kind of pushing more as a unit and definitely focusing the point better than they have in seasons past. I mean, looking at the stats and the game overall, it looked like BOTE was doing well as far as control over the map. I mean, their flank classes did exceptionally well. Jufro, staying on par with Enigma, which is very hard to do. Yosh dominating on the sniper front, and Muma even outplaying Giraffe for the most part on demo. It just didn't really look like their team coordination and positioning was kind of up to par or where it needed to be to win against MTS tonight.
Yeah, it looked like that second half, Brick definitely the heavy for BOTE there, seemed to struggle about finding those frags, only getting 5 frags throughout the 3 rounds. In heavy, this is a map where it can be like really great or really terrible, kind of depending on how it goes down. And yeah, as you said, just like, I don't know, MTS, what I really liked out of MTS is their aggression, their hyper aggression. Against a team like KND, I don't think it works as well because of how KND kind of like, how they hold so sparse. But against BOTE, it seemed to work really effectively, whereas basically like, MTS, are we alive? Let's push forward. Like that was your strategy. And it worked. It worked incredibly well. And while the frags kind of seemed pretty close, I mean, basically like, yeah, I mean, MTS they were just able to keep that pressure up, and I think that really threw BOTE for a loop there.
I think BOTE also looked a little bit too comfortable in that last round. They had, a pretty substantial lead, especially coming off that mid fight where they just destroyed MTS. I mean, looking at that fight, it looked as though it was going to be another round that was leaning towards BOTE, but they just, got a little bit lackadaisical, allowed MTS to get the point and, maintain control of it when they, probably could have come back with their Uber a little sooner or could have taken a little bit more time off the clock. And in the end, it was because they had just given MTS so much time that they couldn't come back and even have a chance after MTS popped the Uber.
Yeah, and that also was, with the MTS, the bait onto the point with the help. So it started off with Spamfest wrangling from the corner, MTS backing out, and then re-pushing out with that Uber, which took about, 30 seconds off the clock, maybe 40 seconds, which really helped secure that final round in that favor. One other big thing I'm seeing in the stat line here that we have to call out, we missed the engineer medic pick of Link User. Link User actually 3rd fragging in the game in the second half. I mean,
and also second to the least deaths. If you look at that, only 6 deaths and 22 frags, 15 assists with a KAD of 6.2. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, from scout to engineer, Link User showing up for some Viaduct this week.
And a lot of his frags actually onto Akuma there. He had 7 frags on Akuma in that second half, which I really think, as an engineer, you really are a spy checker, especially on Viaduct, where you can kind of see the entire map when you're behind your team. So Akuma did a lot of work against Justin in that first half. Second half, I don't think he got a single medic pick that entire second half. He did not. So did a good job of protecting his medic. But Linky's, I mean, that's it, exactly what you want to see out of an engineer main. You want to see him, and I think he's kind of getting into that role, is that from that first half to that second half, is he really went to protecting his team and playing a little bit more of that support. But when he did that, he got more kills and less deaths, and he just did crazy output, and then also, again, got that medic pick to help secure that second round in the second half to his team. Was there any other kind of standout players you saw?
I mean, Justin only died 1 time in 3 rounds. So I don't really know where the disconnect is happening with BOTE. It looked like some of the rest of his combo was dying a little bit more frequently. Brick was 16. But Muma only at 11 and Justin at 1, definitely staying alive much better than the MTS combo. They just, I think the problem is point presence, that they're just really not. I think they're playing a little bit too passive against MTS's aggressive playstyle, like you talked about before.
Yeah, and I mean that's what wins Highlander games. This is the thing that I think a lot of teams, not necessarily BOTE in particular, I think they're pretty aggressive, but I think they could be more aggressive. I mean, they don't have to be MTS style of aggressive, but it just felt like times where MTS was holding on to the point and they just wouldn't do anything. They're kind of like, and I understand that you want to wait for that Uber. But you can wait for that Uber to build with one person. Get your scout or get your engineer to wrangle himself. Do something. just to get a little bit more aggression to get those forced off onto Harblue. I mean, not to say that the game plan went completely wrong, but definitely I felt like they were kind of giving up that point presence a little bit too easily at times. You know, it kind of felt like we saw like Dr. Jekyll and Hyde, you know, like going on here. Is that like I'd either see like a really aggressive BOTE that played exceptionally well, or like a BOTE that was playing too scared and was giving up too much of the point for free to mTs. And I felt like when they're playing a little bit more aggressively, kind of as you're saying, not as passive, I felt like they did a job, and that's when they won the rounds. And then as soon as they started getting a little bit more passive, a little bit more scared, they gave up those rounds. And I think that last round, they just got a little bit too scared at the end there, kind of like midway through. But they played a great game overall. Like, this is not to take anything away from them. Like, both teams put up a fantastic game. Like, we're nitpicking because it really was a great game.
Yeah, those are two high plat teams going at it, and it's expected that, you know, the rounds are going to be close, and it's going to come down to the very little things. And, you know, coming into the end there, mTs just happened to have the better of that tug of war and ended up pulling it off in the end. I definitely think this is a game that I'm looking forward to in playoffs, and I'm also excited to see mTs and BOTE take on some of the other top plat teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And one other thing I guess I want to point out is kind of looking over this stat line here, is I'm looking at the most deaths coming into Milo on mTs's Soldier. You know, he had a kind of an interesting strategy, which seemed to be, I'm alive, I'm bombing the medic. Like, that's it. Like, that was his job. And I don't know, I mean, like, I thought Milo made a lot of noise and, like, made good distraction plays, but I felt like he just, if Milo could just, like, turn it down a little bit, I think that would have helped out his team a little bit more. Like, I felt like in the rounds that mTs lost, it was partially due to his mistiming of his bombs. Like, when his bombs were great or good, they were, like, amazing and great. But there's also times where he just, like, suicided, and it wasn't quite the right timing. But I guess, you know, sometimes, like, you need to, like, crack some eggs to make an omelet. I don't know, something like that. Whatever that phrase is. Yeah?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you gotta be wrong
agree.
to be right, I guess. I don't know. But, like, I felt like he probably could have been a little bit better about his bombs, but overall they were pretty good.
Yeah, and I think that's how kind of both teams expected their soldiers to play, both having very similar stat lines. Bobby playing a little bit more reserved and having a little bit more damage in the end, but Milo making a few more key plays. I was a little bit surprised because, you know, looking at the scrims this week, it looked like Bobby was playing a little bit more reserved. Come match time, both soldiers, you know, full aggro, full aggression. I'm used to seeing that from mTs, you know, be it Remedy, Sheep, Milo, whoever they have, usually end up bringing those, you know, pretty high level bombs in on the medic. But I was surprised to see kind of Bobby turn to that play style this match.
I mean, the other thing too, though, is like, you know, when you're losing by one, you know, this is my rule of thumb is if I'm losing to a team really badly, I'll start to just mimic what the other team is doing. You know, like, just to try to change up, to try to do something different, you know? So if the other engineer's running Wrangler, I might run Wrangler, you know? So maybe Bobby's just like, all right, well, Milo's having success with just bombing. Let's just bomb. I mean, it does, just to say, it does create a very big distraction when you have a really good rocket jumping soldier who can go into that skybox. You know, it does take the focus away from everybody on the team. So even when it does fail, it can create openings for your other teammates to make plays. So there's definitely kind of two sides to that, where it's not even just like the plays you make as a soldier with your bomb, but it's the plays your team makes when you do make those bombs. So, yeah, I mean, I think, I mean, of the games we've casted this year, I mean, we've casted BOTE twice, and this is this is great. I mean, these have been some great games. As you said, I think BOTE's definitely going to make it into the playoffs this year, and I'm super excited to see if they can kind of, you know, get it together. So, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, again, a great game to cast. Make sure you check out the VOD if you weren't able to catch it all. Some really amazing action between these two teams. But without anything more to say, look for us next week. I don't actually know what the map is. Do you happen to know what it is offhand?
I would have to go look it up. But either way, we will be right here. Same channel, EVLTV, on Twitch, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific.
And shout-outs, anything you want to say?
No, I guess shout out to Dashner. Let's get some hearts into the chat for Dashner for the lovely camo work. The man on the cam.
Yeah, I think it is Steel, and I believe we are going to be casting KND versus DK, one of the hypest matches of the season. I'm super excited. Please check it out. Carl already talking trash. I quote, I will beat KND 2-0 for the third time next week. Get ready. Everyone get pumped. Check it out. 9:30 Eastern. Without anything else to say, check out YouTube. Shout out to Viper Gaming and BOTE and mTs, as well as Sigafoo. See ya next time.